Where am I? What am I doing with my life? And why do I suddenly have a Snapchat? Hi, I'm Josh, and today we're gonna do a quick update video along with a Q&A because I feel like we haven't talked in a while. So first things first, I have a Snapchat now, and in a video a few months ago, I said something like, I don't wanna make something that I'm so not proud of that I'd be comfortable letting it disappear after a day or however long. And now I'm having a blast on it. I thought that I wouldn't like it because I would just spend more time on it and make bad videos and be wasting everyone's time. So far, it's been really awesome being able to communicate with you guys a little bit better. And I have to think about editing my videos, just throwing stuff up there. And it's been a cool creative challenge. So don't knock it until you've tried it. And also, people might say, oh, you lied to us in that video. And you know what? Opinions change. Those anti-political ads that like to say, oh, this person voted for this thing in the 80s, now they're voting the other way. That is like political rhetoric to make you think that this person is inauthentic, but realistically, opinions do change. Anyway, moving on before we get political, where am I right now? I'm currently in an Airbnb in Bushwick, which is a part of Brooklyn, which is a part of New York City. And I've been here for the last 4 days. I've been filming a Mountain Dew video, or actually 2 of them with a production company that I'm very excited for you guys to see. And I'm also here for Panorama Music Festival, which is just like any other music festival. All these indie rock music festivals have the same circuit of artists, pretty much. I got to see LCD Sound System, Arcade Fire, Alabama Shakes, Deluxe, Here We Go Magic. It was an incredible time. If you like my music taste or you're interested in knowing what it is, I have a Spotify playlist called Impeccable Indie. Link to that over here. Let me know how you like it. And basically this is just a small little nook of a room in an Airbnb, and I love Airbnb. I've just gotten to know lots of my hosts, and you have a more authentic experience because you're meeting these people and you're actually meeting real New Yorkers or Portlanders or wherever you stay in Airbnb. I've done one in SF this summer. I've done one in Portland, in Anaheim for VidCon, and out here, and every time has been more lovely than the last. If you're interested in trying Airbnb, I'll put a link down below for you to get $30 off your first trip. And if you do that, I also get $30 of credit, so we can all win here. And here's my basic pitch for Airbnb. When I was in Anaheim near Disneyland and VidCon, I stayed in a really crappy motel the first night, and it was 80 bucks for 2 people. And then the next night I stayed in an Airbnb that was lovely, super nice, clean, perfect, $70. So if you want to stay in better places than motels for cheaper prices, Airbnb. Now for what I've been doing. This summer I decided that rather than taking an internship, I'm going to enjoy my break from college and just focus on videos for a little while. So I've been traveling as much as possible. I spent a week in Cincinnati for the first week of my summer filming an Andy Schrock mockumentary, which will be coming out very soon. I'm super excited about that. The man,
I don't really know what's going on.
The mystery,
really good on my diet.
The legend.
What's up, guys?
Andy Schrock. And then I went to San Francisco for a month just to make videos, film for my video part, and have a good time. And during that stay, I went to VidCon, and I went to Oregon for Crater Lake National Park, and Portland, which was incredible. If you want to see my Crater Lake video, link is over here. And also, I guess I'll throw a link to my VidCon video. Now I'm in New York for the week, and then after this, I'm gonna go home to Virginia for a week, then London, and then a Montana, Wyoming road trip, and then school starts. So it's a really busy summer, and that also sort of explains my lapse in video uploading. I've missed a few uploads in the last few weeks, and I'm really sorry about that, but it's just been really hard with traveling and not having like a good place to work or to upload videos, and I've just been super busy, so apologies. I'll be getting back on schedule very soon. And that just about sums up where I am in life right now. Also, I have an incredible animation project coming up soon. Then he brought me over to the computer and showed me what will become the next 10 years of my life. YouTube. This is it, my very first YouTube video. I've paired up with a team of animators to tell the entire YouTube story of how I've been on here for 10 years, and that'll be out in the next few weeks, so keep an eye out for that. Now on to the Snapchat questions. Alright, we have a decent amount of questions to go through, so I'm going to try and pick my favorites and just respond to them on the spot. Let's start from the bottom.
Hey Josh, Katz. Do you like cats?
I'm not actually a cat person, to be quite honest with you, and I was teased a little bit in first grade for this. I'm allergic to cats. Make fun of me in the comments. What are you gonna do? Benjamin Park asks, will you ever go pro? Probably not. I've talked about this before, but it's a good thing to go over again. I'm not that good at skateboarding. I love it and I love doing it, but I don't try and take myself too seriously or lie to myself and say that I'm ever gonna be pro level quality. I just wanna skate and have a good time and see where it takes me. Probably not gonna have a board with my name on it. You ever gonna come to Toronto? Says Macy J. People always ask me if I'm going to this place or this place ever, and it's a strange question because I wanna go everywhere. It's just a matter of when. So of course I want to spend some time in Toronto, hopefully in the next couple of years, but Who knows? Joshua Vargas asks, are you ever going back to do the backside double flip that I slam my face on? And if you want to see the really gruesome bloody video, link to that right here. No, I'm so over that spot. I'm done with that. I will not go back on a trick that I've been seriously injured on. It's nice just to get that out of my mind. Cameron Young,
Who/what are your biggest inspirations in life?
for my inspirations, there are different people that inspire me in different ways. In art, Henry Jones has an incredible Instagram, and he is the person I want to follow because I love his simplicity and his sense of humor. In business, guys like Tony Hawk and Steve Barrett are huge inspirations because they've taken skateboarding and made it into a real career and done incredible things with it. Taka Geese asks, favorite type of pasta? Bow tie if we're not talking stuffed, but if we're talking stuffed, good ravioli is always killer. Shaney215 asks, how tall are you? I like to say 6 foot, but realistically 5'11". What is the biggest difference between skating LA versus New York City? The streets and the spots are super rough in New York, and you oftentimes have to get a little more creative, whereas in LA these spots are just perfect. The 9 stairs feel like East Coast 5 stairs. It's awesome. I love LA skating, but I love the challenge of New York skating. Comic Girl 7 asks, what was my first camera? It started off with this really strange looking Aptec with a flip out LCD. Then it became the flip video camera, then a JVC Vario, then the Canon T3i, and of course now the Canon 70D with some GoPros in the mix, but that was never my primary camera. Man, these questions just keep coming in. You guys are the best. Don M2020 asks, what's my favorite TV show? Breaking Bad, special place in my heart. Right now though, I've been watching BoJack Horseman, which is pretty solid. This dude is strangely shirtless in this. Reese Shutt asks, what do you do for money? Just YouTube? And in the interest of just being very honest with you guys, I don't normally talk about this, but yes, I do YouTube for a living, and that's what supports me. If you see those ads on the side of my videos, those keep me alive in addition to occasional product placement. And I only like to work with brands that I can really support and fully get behind, but you will see brands pop up in my videos from time to time, and that's what lets me be able to eat bagels when I want to. It's great. Also on the topic of money, Arnold Bro asks, how are you able to afford all of your awesome trips? The reason I'm able to travel so much is because a lot of my trips are super simple and frugal trips. We'll go camping, so we don't have to pay for hotels or anything. We're staying in tents, and we're cooking a lot of our meals instead of eating out. And when we do stay somewhere, it'll be in an Airbnb instead of a hotel. So money is saved in most aspects, and that's how we make it happen. This is a good question. Interning in New York City next year, what's the best way to get into the skate scene and find a crew? Honestly, I'm still figuring it out myself and getting a solid crew established. I have plenty of friends that skate, but I haven't formed like a good crew overall. But I think the best way to do that would just be spending a lot of time at a skate park, like one particular skate park, so you meet the regulars, and don't be afraid to ask for dudes' numbers and say, hey, let's go street skating. I'm listening to your Spotify playlist and it's so good. Thank you so much. Really appreciate that. What is your biggest accomplishment in life so far? Love your videos. Thank you for the close-up face shot. Biggest accomplishment in life? Wow, that's a crazy question. Maybe 2 things. So one would definitely be this YouTube channel because I've invested 10 years into this and I'm really happy with where it's at right now. And 2 would probably just be how much of the world I've been able to see. And I'm not satisfied with how much I've traveled, and there's still so many places I want to go to, particularly Alaska. Alaska is number 1 on that list, and Texas, and so many states and countries. But I've gotten to see a lot, and I'm really fortunate to have been able to do all that. This is a different one. Loudon JB asks, what time do you usually go to bed? It really depends what I'm doing that day and the next day. I'd say on average it's around 1 a.m., but it ranges between 12 a.m. and 3 a.m., maybe if I'm going to a party or something. Ruby asks, what's the best national park you've been to? Death Valley National Park has been my favorite so far. It just felt like I was on another planet, which is nuts. Henry Darnell asks, what's your favorite tranny trick? Frontside ollies. Frontside ollies are super fun. This guy asks, how many times has your helmet saved you, and why do you like egg on your pizza? Felstein 2 excellent questions. First, the helmet saved me a number of times, but I have heard the argument that when you're not wearing a helmet, you're more likely to try and protect your head, whereas when you have one on, you don't mind letting your head hit the ground, which is true to a certain extent, but there have definitely been numerous times where my head was slamming into the concrete, whether I liked it or not. And 2, egg on almost anything is delicious. Egg on pizza, egg on burgers, egg on egg, so good. Okay, this is a great question. Josh, what keeps skateboarding fun for you? Asks Young Toby. Young Toby, the best way to really enjoy skateboarding is not skating every day. Nike and all those brands love their skate every day hashtags, but personally, my hashtag of life, if I used hashtags, would be skate the days you feel like skating. Nothing makes you love skating more than taking a day off from skating, because the next day you're going to be stoked to get back out there. So when I'm not in the mood to go skating, I don't. I do other things and I enjoy life, and then when I do go skating, I appreciate it that much more. Also, it helps to skate with friends. Another thing that helps is setting goals for yourself. Sometimes at the skate park, I'll be like, before I can leave, I need to land this line. And then I'll land the line, I'll be like, wow, that was so much fun. I'm gonna do this line now. And just making small goals and accomplishing them makes it much more fulfilling and super fun. Simon asks, any tips on video editing for noobs? What I suggest you do is put all of the clips you want into the one project, organize them as you'd like, and then cut it down. Watch it all the way through and trim anything you think is not interesting, boring, superfluous, whatever, cut it out. Then do that one more time, cut out anything that's not important, slow, dull, and then maybe add music, maybe add some transitions, and suddenly you have a pretty decent YouTube video. It's easier said than done, but that is my exact editing process. Lewis Henry asks, things you miss and things you hated in high school, and how often do you get to see family since you live in New York? I usually see my family once or twice throughout the school year, and then I'll come back throughout the summer and hang out with them, so a decent amount. As for high school, what I really liked about high school was how easy it was and how I'd study a little bit and do my homework, and then I had plenty of free time and not have to think about school. Whereas in college, there seemed to always be looming deadlines and you're always worried about something, but it's not that big of a worry, and college is still incredible and better than high school in almost every way. I also like the freedom of college, the independence, not being with my parents all the time, because you love your family much more when you're not with them 24/7, let me tell you that. Boulero asks, how old were you when you started photography? I started getting really into photography around the time when I smashed my face because I had nothing better to do when I couldn't skate. So I think that was the summer before my sophomore or junior year. I think it was my junior year of high school. Watch the video and you'll see the dates. David Martinez asks, top 5 things in your bucket list right now. Number 1 is to go to Alaska and see the Aurora Borealis, because that looks incredible. If you don't know what it is, here's a picture. And also, Alaska has so many national parks that I want to check out, so I just want to take photos in Alaska. I also want to perfect my nighttime star photography and capture some good Milky Way shots, which I'm currently working on. 3 more things. I'm just going to skip the rest of that question. Seb A22 asks, what are your thoughts on brands like Supreme and Palace? So I think he's talking about trendy brands that get to charge a lot for their clothing. Personally, I'm not necessarily behind it. Like, I don't want to get a Supreme shirt, and they're a little bit too cool for me. But I will say I really respect their branding and how they've marketed their products to be so much more valuable than they're actually worth. And that isn't meant to be an insult in any way. I think it's genius, and I love what they did from a marketing perspective. Does it fit with my current style? No, but am I impressed? I'm very impressed. Spanish 3 asks, what are you most looking forward to in the next 5 years, and what national parks do you really want to see next? In the next 5 years, I look forward to hopefully having a place that I can stay in for longer than 8 months, like my college dorm, and really just kind of settle in and get comfortable, because all of this moving around makes it really hard to be productive and focus, and it'd be nice just to have my own space. I don't know where this place is going to be. Maybe New York, maybe San Francisco. No idea. We'll see where life takes me, but I am excited to see where I end up. As far as national parks go, I'm really excited about seeing Yellowstone and Grand Teton in August, and then also all the Alaska national parks. And I really want to see every national park. That's a goal of mine, so hopefully in the next couple of years I'll be able to knock that one out. Are you good at math? Asks LucasStim99. Math has always been my favorite subject in school. It's part of the reason why I wanted to study business in college, and it's just, yeah, I'm pretty good at math. I really enjoyed calculus in high school.
So as a fellow Virginia skater, I grew up watching your videos and really just wanted to meet you. So when are you coming back to Virginia?
When am I coming back to Virginia? I'll be back on Wednesday and hope to see you guys at Lake Fairfax Skate Park, because that's probably where I'll be. And that's it. You guys came through with so many questions, and oh crap, there are more. Hold on, a couple more I gotta answer. I got my wisdom teeth out, so you better answer me. And favorite place to skate in New York? LES Skate Park is absolutely incredible. Cooper Skate Park I actually went to for my first time last week in Brooklyn, and it's just fantastic. So probably that. Another one, my friend Kevin Kendrick has a company called New York Ramco, and what it is he has a minivan full of ramps that he's built, and he sets them up in Tompkins Square Park, and they're just super fun. If you want to know when he sets them up, be sure to follow his Instagram at New York Ramco, and he gives people a heads up when he's setting up for the day. Troy asks, have you ever been in a fight? I haven't been in one of those impulsive fights where people are pissed off at each other, but I have been in like friend fights where you just fight each other for fun. I was at a Domino's last week because they had a $2.99 pizza deal, and I watched a fight break out 3 feet from me, so that was pretty cool. Some of you guys aren't very good at following rules. Turns out people were asking questions on my Instagram too, even though I said to ask it on Snapchat. But it's okay, I'm going to answer a few of these real quick. Ayan Samad24 asks, if your YouTube channel blew up in 1 month and you had 1 million subscribers, would you drop out of school and start YouTube full time? No, I really want to have a college degree. Even if I don't use it or ever use it ever, I'd still like to have it just to be safe, because who knows what's going to happen. And you know what? I make it sound like it's this hard thing. I love college. It's not that hard. I have to work hard sometimes, but I also get to really do a lot of incredible stuff, and I wouldn't want to drop out by any means. So I'd make it work, but I definitely would not drop out. Do you plan on going back to Herndon to live there? Asks DPD3. For those of you who don't know, I just dropped my phone, and I grew up in Herndon, Virginia. It's a lovely, beautiful place that I enjoy visiting for a few days at a time at most. I could never live in Herndon. It's a little bit too suburban for me, but I will always go back and visit my family for sure. I'm going to save this one for the end because it's an excellent question, and I think all of you guys should listen up. Tyler asks, hey Josh, how do you deal with the daily stresses of life? He's 21, such as money, school, etc. I tend to get bad anxiety over this kind of stuff. Thanks. Okay, I'm going to show you right now. This is how I deal with the stresses of daily life. I'll be going over this more thoroughly in a video I'm filming next week. Just a quick sneak peek. Organization is the secret to a successful life. Whenever I'm feeling stressed, I just make sure I have everything organized, whether it be my schedule, what I have to do, my budgets, anything. I just want to have it written out, solidified, so I don't have to worry about it, because once it's been planned a little bit more, you don't have to think about it as much. So write stuff down, get an agenda, get a journal, get whatever you want, and it'll make your life so much better, I promise. Also, it's really important to take time for yourself and just relax. So know what helps you relax. For me, when I'm feeling stressed, sometimes I'll just pull out a book, stop what I'm doing, and read for a little while. Right now I'm reading All Families Are Psychotic by Douglas Copeland, who was actually recommended to me by Max Mayberry, my team member on Revive. Super cool guy with great book recommendations. So reading, staying organized, and maybe just go take a walk. Whatever helps you relax, do that, and don't be afraid to stop what you're doing and chill for a second. That's it, we did it. Well, that's all I have to say. I hope you found this video helpful, inspiring, or at very least interesting, not boring. Let me know what you think, and if you have any questions that I didn't answer, feel free to leave them down in the comments and I'll try and respond to them. And that's it, guys. If you want to watch another one of my videos, you should check out a drone video I made a few weeks ago that I'm very proud of. And that's it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you eventually. I didn't bring a tripod on this trip. Let me just show you this setup that I've rigged. This is my DIY tripod. I'm gonna go to a Turkish bathhouse now. I know that sounds weird. It's probably gonna be weird. It'll be nice.